keeps me guessing, but never keeps me guessing about his love. He's had more girls than Howard Hughes had money, and that's it. You may think it funny when I say he loves me only, but who are you to say what he does when I'm not around? Just because I fell in love with Casanova Brown. And to sing fire is my crown performance. My name is Clairvoyance, and it's all to you. I was the one who said tune in tomorrow. I love to the bone matter, even when I am asleep. Who were you to say what I did when you weren't around? Just because I fell in love with you, Casanova Brown. Standing on you, the curtains so loud, everyone's there for the party. The hush turns to a shout. Everyone's got a piece occupied of you and I, but nobody knows the lines and down. Step of tears, no heart, and a whole damn crowd throwing down my love. It was just about all I could do. Was it I the one who said I'll have my cake and eat it too? Just couldn't wait any longer. You wouldn't till love was through. I love you so. It hurt me, but I had to let you go. Did you hear me crying, baby? It sounded a little bit like you didn't have to make me cry. Tell me that I ask you why it's over. It's over before the love turns to hate. Let it end, and let's still be friends. Happy first of the month. We are going into the word. First, I'll peek in. Got me a big fat 0, so we can move right into the word. Fire from the Lord. Numbers 11. The people complained to the Lord about their troubles. When he heard them, he became angry. Fire from the Lord burned among the people. It burned the edge of the camp. So the people cried out to Moses. He prayed to the Lord, and the fire stopped burning. So that place was called Taberah. The people named it that because the Lord's fire had burned among them. The 70 older leaders, Numbers chapter 11, verse 4. Some troublemakers among them wanted better food. Soon all the Israelites began complaining. They said, "We want meat. We remember the fish we ate for free in Egypt. We also had cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic. But now we have lost our appetite. We never see anything but this manna." The manna was like small white seeds. The people would go to gather it. Then they ground it in hand mills, or they crush it between stones. They cooked it in a pot or made cakes with it. It tasted like bread baked with olive oil. When the dew fell on the camp each night, so did the manna. Moses heard every family crying. They stood in the entrances of their tents. The Lord became very angry, and Moses got upset. He asked the Lord, "Why have you brought me this trouble? I'm your servant. What have I done wrong? Why do you make me responsible for all these people? I am not the father of all these people. I didn't give birth to them. Why do you make me carry them to the land you promised to our ancestors? Must I carry them in my arms as a nurse carries a baby? Where can I get meat for all these people? They keep crying to me, 'We want meat.' I can't take care of all these people alone. It is too much for me. If you are going to continue doing this to me, then kill me now. If you like me, put me to death. Then I won't have any more troubles." The Lord said to Moses, "Bring me 70 of Israel's elders. Pick men you know are leaders among the people. Bring them to the meeting tent. Have them stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there. I will take some of the spirit that is in you, and I will give it to them. They will help you care for the people. Then you will not have to care for them alone. Tell the people this: make yourselves holy. Tomorrow you will eat meat." The Lord heard your cry. "We want meat. We were better off in Egypt. So now the Lord will give you meat to eat. You will not eat it for just 1, 2, 5, 10, or even 20 days. You will eat that meat for a whole month. You will eat it until it comes out your nose. You will hate it. This is because you have rejected the Lord. He is here with you, but you have cried to him. You said, 'Why did we ever leave Egypt?' Moses said, 'Lord, here are 600,000 men standing around me, and you say, I will give them enough meat to eat for a month. If we killed all the sheep and cattle, that would not be enough. If we caught all the fish in the sea, that would not be enough.' But the Lord said to Moses, 'Do you think I'm weak? You will see if I can do what I say.' So Moses went out to the people. He told them what the Lord had said. Moses gathered 70 of the elders together. He had them stand around the tent. Then the Lord came down in the cloud and spoke to Moses.
The Lord took some of the spirit Moses had, and he gave it to the 70 leaders. With the spirit in them, they prophesied, but just that one time. 2 men named Eldad and Medad were also listed as leaders, but they did not go to the tent. They stayed in the camp. The Spirit was given to them, so they prophesied in the camp. A young man ran to Moses. He said, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Joshua, son of Nun, said, Moses, my master, stop them. Since he was a young boy, Joshua had been Moses' assistant. But Moses answered, Are you afraid for me? I wish all the Lord's people could prophesy. I wish the Lord would give his spirit to all of them. Then Moses and the leaders of Israel went back to the camp. The quail come. Numbers chapter 11, verse 31. The Lord sent a strong wind from the sea. It blew quail into the area all around the camp. The quail were about 3 feet above the ground. There were quail a day's walk in any direction. The people went out and gathered quail. They gathered all that day, that night, and the next day. Everyone gathered at least 60 bushels. Then they spread them around the camp. But the Lord became very angry. He gave the people a terrible sickness. This came while the meat was still in their mouths. So the people named that place Kibroth Hattava. They named it that because they buried those who wanted other food. From Kibroth Hattava, the people went to stay at Hazeroth. Numbers chapter 12. Miriam and Aaron speak against Moses' wife. Miriam and Aaron began to talk against Moses, who had married a Cushite. They said to themselves, Is Moses the only one the Lord speaks through? Doesn't he speak through us? And the Lord heard this. Now Moses was very humble. He was the least proud person on earth. So the Lord suddenly spoke to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. He said, All 3 of you come to the meeting tent now. So they went. The Lord came down in a pillar of cloud. He stood at the entrance to the tent. He called to Aaron and Miriam, and they both came near. He said, Listen to my words. When a prophet is among you, I, the Lord, will show myself to him in visions. I will speak to him in dreams. But this is not true with my servant Moses. I trust him to lead all my people. I speak face to face with him. I speak clearly, not with hidden meanings. He has even seen the form of the Lord. You should be afraid to speak against my servant Moses. The Lord was very angry with them, but he left. The cloud lifted from the tent. Then Aaron turned toward Miriam. She was as white as snow. She had a harmful skin disease. Aaron said to Moses, Please, my master, forgive us for our foolish sin. Don't let her be like a baby who is born dead. Sometimes a baby is born with half of its flesh eaten away. So Moses cried out to the Lord, God, please heal her. The Lord answered Moses, If her father had spit in her face, she would have been shamed for 7 days. So put her outside the camp for 7 days. After that, she may come back. So Miriam was shut outside of the camp for 7 days. And the people did not move on until she came back. After that, the people left Hazeroth and they camped in the desert of Paran. Numbers chapter 13. The spies explore Canaan. The Lord said to Moses, "Send men to explore the land of Canaan. I will give that land to the Israelites. Send one leader from each tribe." So Moses obeyed the Lord's command. He sent the Israelite leaders out from the desert of Paran. These are their names: from the tribe of Reuben, Shammua, son of Zaccur; from the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, son of Huri; from the tribe of Judah, Caleb, son of Jephunneh; from the tribe of Issachar, Igal, son of Joseph; from the tribe of Ephraim, Hoshea, son of Nun; from the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, son of Raphu; from the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, son of Sodai; from the tribe of Manasseh, a tribe of Joseph, Gadai, son of Susai; from the tribe of Dan, Amiel, son of Gamalai; from the tribe of Asher, Sethur, son of Michael; from the tribe of Naphtali, Nabai, son of Vapshai; from the tribe of Gad, Guel, son of Makai. These are the names of the men Moses sent to explore the land. Moses gave Hoshea, son of Nun, the new name Joshua. Moses sent them to explore Canaan. He said, "Go through southern Canaan and then into the mountains. See what the land looks like. Are the people who live there strong or weak? Are there a few or many? What kind of land do they live in? Is it good or bad? What about the towns they live in? Do they have walls or are they open like camps? What about the soil? Is it fertile or poor? Are there trees there? Try to bring back some of the fruit from that land. It was the season for the first grapes." So they went up and explored the land. They went from the desert of Zin all the way to Rehob by Lebo Hamath. They went through the southern area to Hebron. That is where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai lived. They were the descendants of Anak. The city of Hebron had been built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. In the valley of Eshcol, they cut off a branch of a grapevine. It had one bunch of grapes on it. They carried that branch on a pole between two of them. They also got some pomegranates and figs. They call that place the Valley of Eshcol. That is because the Israelites cut off the bunch of grapes there. After 40 days of exploring the land, the men returned to the camp. They came back to Moses and Aaron and all the Israelites at Kadesh. This was in the desert of Paran. The men reported to them and showed everybody the fruit from the land. They told Moses, "We went to the land where you sent us. It is a land where much food grows. Here is some of its fruit. But the people who live there are strong. Their cities are walled and large. We even saw some Anakites there. The Amalekites live in the southern area. The Hittites, Jebusites, and Amorites live in the mountains. The Canaanites live near the sea and along the Jordan River." Then Caleb told the people near Moses to be quiet. Caleb said, "We should go up and take the land for ourselves. We can do it." But the men who had gone with him said, "We can't attack those people. They are stronger than we are." And those men gave the Israelites a bad report about the land they explored. They said, "The land would eat us up. All the people we saw are very tall. We saw the Nephilim people there. The Anakites come from the Nephilim people." We felt like grasshoppers, and we looked like grasshoppers to them. Numbers chapter 14. The people complained again. That night, all the people in the camp began crying loudly. All the Israelites complained against Moses and Aaron. All the people said to them, "We should have died in Egypt, or we should have died in the desert. Why is the Lord bringing us to this land? We will be killed with swords. Our wives and children will be taken away. We will be better off going back to Egypt." They said to each other, "Let's get a leader and go back to Egypt." Then Moses and Aaron bowed face down in front of all the Israelites gathered there. Joshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, were among those who had explored the land. They tore their clothes. They said to all of the Israelites, "The land we went to explore is very good. If the Lord is pleased with us, He will lead us into that land. He will give us that land where much food grows. Don't turn against the Lord. Don't be afraid of the people in that land. We will chew them up. They have no protection, but we have the Lord. So don't be afraid of them." Then all the people talked about killing them with stones. But the glory of the Lord appeared at the meeting tent to the Israelites. The Lord said to Moses, "How long will these people ignore me? How long will it be before they believe me? I have done miracles among them. I will give them a terrible sickness. I will destroy them, but I will make you into a great nation. It will be stronger than they are." Then Moses said to the Lord, "The Egyptians will hear about it. You brought these people from there by your great power, and the Egyptians will tell this to those who live in this land. They have already heard about you, Lord. They know that you are with your people, and they know you were seen face to face. They know your cloud stays over your people. They know you lead your people with that cloud during the day and with fire at night. The nations have heard about your power. If you put to death your people all at once, the nations will talk. They will say, 'The Lord was not able to bring them into the land He promised them, so He killed them in the desert.' So show your strength now, my Lord. Do what you said. You said, 'The Lord doesn't become angry quickly. The Lord has great love. The Lord forgives sin and lawbreaking. He has great mercy. But the Lord does not forget to punish guilty people. When parents sin, He will also punish their children. He will punish their grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. Show your great love. Forgive these people's sins. Forgive them as you have from the time they left Egypt until now." The Lord answered, "I have forgiven them as you asked, but surely as I live, I make this promise. As surely as my glory fills the whole earth, I make this promise. All these men saw my glory. They saw the miracles I did in Egypt and in the desert. But they disobeyed me and tested me 10 times. So not one will see the land I promised to their ancestors. No one who angered me will see that land. But my servant Caleb has a different spirit. He follows me completely. So I will bring him into the land he has already seen, and his children will own that land. The Amalekites and the Canaanites are living in the valleys. So leave tomorrow and go back. Follow the desert road toward the Gulf of Aqaba. The Lord punishes the people. Numbers chapter 14, verse 26. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, how long will these evil people complain about me? I have heard these Israelites grumbling and complaining. So tell them, this is what the Lord says. I heard what you said. As surely as I live, I will do those things to you. You will die in this desert. Every one of you who is 20 years old or older and who was counted with the people will die. You complained against me, the Lord. Not one of you will enter and live in the land I promised to you. Only Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun, will go in. You said that your children would be taken away, but I will bring them into the land. They will enjoy what you refused. As for you, you will die in this desert. Your children will be shepherds here for 40 years. They will suffer because you were not loyal. They will suffer until you lie dead in the desert. For 40 years, you will suffer for your sins. That is a year for each of the 40 days you explore the land. You will know me as your enemy. I, the Lord, have spoken. I will certainly do these things to all these evil people. They have come together against me, so they will all die here in this desert. The men Moses had sent to explore the land had returned. They had spread complaints among all the Israelites. They had given a bad report about the land. They were responsible for the bad report. So the Lord killed them with a terrible sickness. Only 2 of the men did not die. They were Joshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh. When Moses told these things to the Israelites, they were very sad. Early the next morning, they started to go toward the beginning of the mountains. They said, we have sinned. We will go where the Lord told us. But Moses said, why are you disobeying the Lord's command? You will not win. Don't go. The Lord is not with you. You will be beaten by your enemies. You will run into the Amalekites and Canaanites. They will kill you with swords. You have turned away from the Lord. He will not be with you. But they were proud. They went toward the beginning of the mountains. But Moses and the Ark of the Covenant with the Lord did not leave the camp. The Amalekites and the Canaanites who lived in those mountains came down, and they attacked the Israelites. They beat them back all the way to Hormah. Numbers chapter 15, rules about sacrifices. The Lord said to Moses, speak to the people of Israel, say to them, you will enter a land that I am giving you as a home. There give the Lord offerings made by fire. These may be from your herds or flocks, and the smell will be pleasing to the Lord. These offerings may be burnt offerings or sacrifices for special promises. They may be offerings which are gifts to the Lord, or they may be festival offerings. And the one who brings his offering shall also give the Lord a grain offering. It should be 2 quarts of fine flour mixed with 1 quart of olive oil. Each time you offer a lamb as a burnt offering or sacrifice, also prepare a quart of wine. This is a drink offering. If you are giving a male sheep, also prepare a grain offering. It should be 4 quarts of fine flour mixed with 1 and 1/4 quarts of olive oil. Also, prepare 1 and 1/4 quarts of wine. This is a drink offering. Offer it to the Lord. Its smell is pleasing to him. You might prepare a young bull as a burnt offering or sacrifice. This might be for a fellowship offering or for a special promise to the Lord. Bring a grain offering with the bull. It should be 6 quarts of fine flour mixed with 2 quarts of olive oil. Also, bring 2 quarts of wine as a drink offering. This offering is made by fire, and its smell will be pleasing to the Lord. Prepare each bull or male sheep, lamb, or young goat this way. Do this for every one of the animals you bring. All citizens must do these things in this way, and the smell of their offerings by fire will be pleasing to the Lord. From now on, foreigners will live among you. They will make offerings by fire, so the smell will be pleasing to the Lord. They must offer them the same way you do. The law is the same for you and for foreigners. It will be a law from now on. You and the foreigners are alike before the Lord. The teachings and rules are the same for you and for the foreigners among you. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, you are going to another land. I am taking you there. When you eat the food there, offer part of it to the Lord. Offer a loaf of bread from the first of your grain. That will be your offering from the threshing floor. From now on, offer to the Lord the first part of your grain." Now, what if you forget to obey any of these commands the Lord gave Moses? These are the Lord's commands given to you through Moses. They began the day the Lord gave them to you, and they will continue from now on. But you might forget to obey one of these commands. The people might not remember the command. Then all the people must offer a young bull as a burnt offering. Its smell is pleasing to the Lord. By law, you must also give the grain offering and the drink offering with it. And you must bring a male goat as a sin offering. The priest will remove that sin for all the Israelites, so they will belong to God. They are forgiven. They didn't know they were sinning. For the wrong they did, they brought offerings to the Lord. They brought an offering by fire and a sin offering. All of the people of Israel and the foreigners living among them will be forgiven. No one meant to do wrong. Just one person might sin without meaning to. He must bring a year-old female goat for a sin offering. The priest will remove the sin of the person who sinned without meaning to. That person will belong to the Lord again. He will be forgiven. The same teaching is for everyone who sins without meaning to. It is the same for those born Israelites and for foreigners living among you. But anyone who sins on purpose is against the Lord. That person must be separated from his people. It is the same for someone born among you or a foreigner. That person has turned against the Lord's word. He has not obeyed the Lord's commands. He must surely be separated from the others. He is guilty. A man worked on the Sabbath. Numbers chapter 15, verse 32. Sip of water, sorry. This happened when the Israelites were still in the desert. They found the man gathering wood on the Sabbath day. Those who found him gathering wood brought him to Moses and Aaron and all the people. They held the man under guard. They did not know what to do with him. Then the Lord said to Moses, "The man must die. All the people must kill him with stones outside the camp." So the people took him outside the camp. They killed him with stones as the Lord commanded Moses. The tassels. Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites. Tell them this: tie several pieces of thread together and tie them to the corners of your clothes. Put a blue thread in each one of these tassels. Wear them from now on. You will have these tassels to look at. They will remind you of the Lord's commands. Then you will obey them, and you won't follow what your bodies want and what your eyes wish for. Remember to obey all my commands. Then you will be God's holy people. I am the Lord, your God. I brought you out of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord, your God." Praise God. I am still on Big Fat Zero, no problem. I'll give y'all a little outdoor. So I'm going to try to talk about the money, guys. I was thinking about Paula White, and like I said, anger is hurtful and hate solves nothing. But we got to be real. I'm from the tribe of the spiritual tribe that does not do hate. But anyway, back to Paula White. So Paula White is in a position where she can green light the project. So again, let me tell you how the project would go. Here's the fantasy. There are mega churches all over America. Am I correct? I believe I am. So these mega churches, again, I'm not here to bash the money that they have made through the years, because I know from TV they got started like in the 50s, the 60s, and then I came along and jumped in and saw what they did in the 70s and 80s, and it was all good under the guise of it was godly money, and he was bringing us through and he was blessing us. So therefore, that's where we are. He has, and Paula White is a lot of things, and she has a lot of money. So I'm using her as the example. She is the mega church. I'm not trying to cut her money. I'm not taking anything. I'm adding. I'm trying to make things right. She's not right, but she's human. She has the same thing I have, same thing you have. Breath in your body and warm blood in your veins. Those are the requirements to get to God. So where she is right now, she can. Hello, one person. Thank you for jumping in, and I appreciate you being here. And I get it. And God's gonna work this thing. And so anyway, back to Paula White. That I was saying was, I'm not trying to take away her money and be ever so angry that I want to see something done to her. I want to see her and those like her go ahead and go to the cities that they're in. They're all over the United States. So go to the cities or communities that they are in. They already got their millions. They already have their tax breaks. So for Paula to take the expense to go to community churches and say, I want to speak to the community about an offering model, because that's what they do. They have offering models. And I want this offering model to be more like that of the story of Jesus, the basket, the loaves of fish, and passing it back. And again, it's not to be a scam. The laws are already set. It is very perhapsable that if we were to make a launch a park, and say that we established this park on the same motto as our money, in God we trust, therefore we do business in a way that shows that we trust and respect God's word. And that is how you're going to see us get blessed. Okay, so that's the model. That's what we're going into, because all these perks she's able to transfer into this project. Again, it's not a scam if that is our foundation of our business. And like I said, ceremoniously, you can always have a appointed time and a date for anything godly, an altar call, a testimonial, and that is not to take away from something being a park. And furthermore, no one asks anyone, when it comes to Satan just making money, y'all don't ask no questions. Anybody can go to Disneyland and no one side eyes anyone. So anyone can go to the park because it is our land, it's free will. And if it helps lead you to God, that's kind of the point. It's kind of the byproduct of the point. It's just so awesome that I kind of hate explaining myself. So anyway, I would never want to be anything other than the creative engineer. So this project definitely needs a banker, a grant writer, which I kind of am. I struggle. But I get my grants wrote, but it's a struggle. And so if I am making any sense, I am showing how Paula White now takes all those millions that she has and she gets serious about doing her job, which is simply being fishers of men. And all she has to do is to turn her ways from wicked to good. So now we're going to head back to the word. And I did see 1 and 2 and 1 jump in. I'm acknowledging by saying hello. And again, the star of the show is the word. I'll do 5 more chapters and close out, because this word is the limitless bill. Numbers 16. Korah, Dathan, Abiram, and On. Korah, Dathan, Abiram, and On turned against Moses. Korah was the son of Izhar. Izhar was the son of Kohath, and Kohath was the son of Levi. Dathan and Abiram were brothers, the sons of Eliab, and On was the son of Peleth. Dathan, Abiram, and On were from the tribe of Reuben. These 4 men gathered 250 other Israelite men and challenged Moses. They were well-known leaders chosen by the community. They came as a group to speak to Moses and Aaron. The men said, "You have gone too far. All the people are holy. Every one of them is holy, and the Lord is with them. So why do you put yourselves above all the people?" When Moses heard this, he bowed face down. Then he said to Korah and all his followers, "Tomorrow morning, the Lord will show who belongs to him. The Lord will bring the one who is holy near to him. The Lord will bring to himself the person he chooses. So Korah, you and all your followers, do this. Get some pans for burning incense. Tomorrow, put fire and incense in them. Then take them before the Lord. He will choose the man who is holy. You Levites have gone too far." Moses also said to Korah, "Listen, you Levites, the God of Israel has separated you from the rest of the Israelites. He brought you near to himself. You do the work in the Lord's holy tent. You stand before all the Israelites and serve them. Isn't that enough? The Lord has brought you and all your fellow Levites near to himself. Now you want to be priests. You and your followers have joined together against the Lord. Your complaint is not against Aaron." Then Moses called Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab. But they said, "We will not come. You have brought us out of the land where much food grows. You brought us to the desert to kill us. And now you want to order us around. You haven't brought us into a land where much food grows. You haven't given us any land with fields and vineyards. Will you put out the eyes of these men? No, we will not come." Then Moses became very angry. He said to the Lord, "Don't accept their gifts. I have not taken anything from them, not even a donkey. I have not done wrong to any of them." Then Moses said to Korah, "You and all your followers must stand before the Lord tomorrow, and Aaron will stand there with you and them. Each of you must take your pan and put incense in it. Present these 250 pans before the Lord. You and Aaron must also present your pans." So each man got his pan and put burning incense in it. Then they stood with Moses and Aaron at the entrance to the meeting tent. Korah gathered all his followers who were against Moses and Aaron, and they stood at the entrance to the meeting tent. Then the glory of the Lord appeared to everyone. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Move away from these men. In a minute I will destroy them." But Moses and Aaron bowed face down. They cried out, "God, you are the God over the spirits of all people. Please don't be angry with this whole group. Only one man has really sinned." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell everyone, move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram." Moses stood and went to Dathan and Abiram. The elders of Israel followed him. Moses warned the people, "Move away from the tents of these evil men. Don't touch anything of theirs. If you do, you will be destroyed because of their sins." So they moved away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Dathan and Abiram were standing outside their tents with their wives, children, and little babies. Then Moses said, "Now you will know that the Lord has sent me to do all these things. It was not my idea. If these men die a normal death, the way men usually die, then the Lord did not really send me. But if the Lord does something new, you will know they have insulted the Lord. The earth will open and swallow them. Alive, they will go to where the dead are, and everything that belongs to them will go with them." When Moses finished saying these things, the ground under the men opened up. The earth seemed to open its mouth and swallow them. All their families, all Korah's men, and everything they owned went down. They were buried alive, going to where the dead are, and everything they owned went with them. Then the earth closed over them. They died and were gone from the community. The people of Israel around them heard their screams. They ran away and said, "The earth will swallow us too." Then a fire came down from the Lord. It destroyed the 250 men who had presented the incense. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, to take all the incense pans out of the fire. Have him scatter the coals. But the incense pans are still holy. These men sinned and lost their lives. Take their pans and hammer them into flat sheets. Cover the altar with them. They are holy because they were presented to the Lord. It will be a sign to the Israelites." So Eleazar, the priest, gathered all the bronze pans. These were the pans brought by the men who were burnt up. Eleazar had the pans hammered into flat sheets to put on the altar. This is what the Lord had commanded him through Moses. These sheets were to remind the Israelites that only descendants of Aaron should burn incense before the Lord. Anyone else would die like Korah and his followers. Aaron saves the people. Numbers chapter 16, verse 41. The next day, all the Israelites complained against Moses and Aaron. They said, "You have killed the Lord's people." The people gathered to complain against Moses and Aaron. But when they turned toward the meeting tent, the cloud covered it. The glory of the Lord appeared. Then Moses and Aaron went in front of the meeting tent. The Lord said to Moses, "Move away from these people. In a minute, I am going to destroy them." So Moses and Aaron bowed face down. Then Moses said to Aaron, "Get your pan, put fire from the altar and incense in it. Hurry to the people and remove their sin. The Lord is angry with them. The sickness has already started." So Aaron did as Moses said. He ran to the middle of all the people. The sickness had already started among them. So Aaron offered the incense to remove their sin. He stood between the living and the dead, and the sickness stopped there. But 14,700 people died from that sickness. There was also those who died because of Korah. Then Aaron went back to Moses at the entrance to the meeting tent. The terrible sickness had been stopped. Numbers chapter 17. Aaron's walking stick buds. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the people of Israel. Get 12 walking sticks from them. Get one from the leader of each tribe. Write the name of each man on a stick. On the stick from Levi, write Aaron's name. There must be one stick for the head of each tribe. Put them in the meeting tent. Place them in front of the ark of the covenant where I meet with you. I will choose one man. His stick will begin to grow leaves, and I will stop the Israelites from always complaining against you." So Moses spoke to the Israelites. Each of the 12 leaders gave him a walking stick, and Aaron's walking stick was among them. Moses put them before the Lord in the tent of the agreement. The next day, Moses entered the tent. He saw that Aaron's stick had grown leaves. It stood for the family of Levi. It had even budded, blossomed, and produced almonds. So Moses brought out to the Israelites all the walking sticks from the Lord's presence. They all looked, and each man took back his stick. Then the Lord said to Moses, put Aaron's walking stick back. Put it in front of the ark of the covenant. It will be a sign to these people who are always turning against me. This will stop their complaining against me. Now they won't die. So Moses obeyed what the Lord commanded him. The people of Israel said to Moses, we are going to die. We are lost. We are all lost. Anyone who even comes near the holy tent of the Lord will die. Will we all die? Numbers chapter 18, the work of the priests and Levites. The Lord said to Aaron, you, your sons, and your family are now responsible for any wrongs done against the holy place. You and your sons are responsible for any wrongs done against the priests. Bring with you your fellow Levites from your tribe. They will help you and your sons serve in the tent of the agreement. They are under your control. They will do all the work that needs to be done in the tent. But they must not go near the things in the holy place or near the altar. If they do, both you and they will die. They will join you. They will take care of the meeting tent. They must do the work at the tent. No one else may come near you. You must take care of the holy place and the altar. Then I won't become angry with the Israelites again. I myself chose your fellow Levites from among the Israelites. They are a gift given for you to the Lord. Their work is at the meeting tent. But only you and your sons may serve as priests. Only you may serve at the altar or go behind the curtain. I am giving you this gift of serving as a priest. Anyone else who comes near the holy place will be put to death. Then the Lord said to Aaron, I myself make you responsible for the offerings given to me. All the holy offerings that the Israelites give to me, I give to you. They are for you and your sons as your share. They will be your continual portion. Your share of the holy offerings is that part which is not burned. The people will bring me gifts as most holy offerings. These are grain or sin or penalty offerings. These will be set apart for you and your sons. You must eat it in a most holy place. Any male may eat it, but you must respect it as holy. I also give you the offerings the Israelites present to me. I give these to you and your sons and daughters. This is your share. Anyone in your family who is clean may eat it. And I give you all the best olive oil and all the best new wine and grain. This is what the Israelites give to me, the Lord. These are the first things they harvest. They bring to the Lord all the first things they harvest. They will be yours. Anyone in your family who is clean may eat these things. Everything in Israel that is given to the Lord is yours. The first one born to any family will be offered to the Lord. This is true for both men and animals, and that will be yours. But you must make a payment for every firstborn son and every firstborn animal that is unclean. When they are 1 month old, you must make a payment for them. The cost will be 2 ounces of silver as set by the holy place measure. But you must not make a payment for the firstborn ox or sheep or goat. Those animals are holy. Sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat. This is an offering made by fire. The smell is pleasing to the Lord, but the meat will be yours. Also, the breast that is presented and the right thigh will be yours. Anything the Israelites present as holy gifts, I, the Lord, give to you. It goes to you, your sons and daughters. It is your continual portion. This is a lasting promise before the Lord to you and your children forever. The Lord also said to Aaron, you will not inherit any of the land, and you will not own any land among the other people. I will be yours. Out of all the Israelites, only you will inherit me. The people of Israel will give a tenth of what they make. I give that tenth to the Levites. This is their payment for the work they do serving at the meeting tent. But the other Israelites must never go near the meeting tent. If they do, they will die for their sin. Only the Levites should work in the meeting tent. They are responsible for any sins against it. This is a rule from now on. The Levites will not get any land among the other Israelites, but the Israelites will give a tenth of everything they make to me, and I will give that tenth to the Levites. That is why I said about the Levites, they will not get any land among the Israelites. The Lord said to Moses, speak to the Levites. Tell them, you will receive a tenth of everything the Israelites make. I give that to you, but you must give a tenth of that back to the Lord. I will accept your offering just as much as I accept the offerings from others. They give new grain or new wine. In this way, you will present an offering to the Lord as the other Israelites do. You will receive a tenth from the Israelites. Then you will give a tenth of that to Aaron the priest as the Lord's share. Choose the best and holiest part from what you are given. This is the portion you must give to the Lord. Say to the Levites, when you present the best, it will be accepted as much as the grain and wine from the other people. You and your families may eat all that is left anywhere. This is your pay for your work in the meeting tent. And if you always give the best part to the Lord, you will never be guilty. If you do not sin against the holy offerings of the Israelites, you will not die. Numbers chapter 19, the offering for cleansing. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, these are the teachings that the Lord commanded. Tell the Israelites to get a young red cow. It must not have anything wrong with it. It must not have been worked. Give the cow to Eleazar the priest. He will take it outside to the camp and kill it. Then Eleazar the priest must put some of the blood on his finger. He must sprinkle it 7 times toward the front of the meeting tent. Then the whole cow must be burned while he watches. The skin, the meat, the blood, and the intestines must all be burned. Then the priest must take a cedar stick, a hyssop branch, and a red string. He must throw them onto the burning cow. Then the priest must wash himself and his clothes with water. After that, he may come back into the camp, but he will be unclean until evening. The man who burns the cow must wash himself and his clothes in water. He will be unclean until evening. Then someone who is clean will collect the ashes from the cow. He will put them in a clean place outside the camp. The Israelites will use these ashes in a special ceremony to cleanse away sin. The man who collected the cow's ashes must wash his clothes. He will be unclean until that evening. This is a lasting rule. It is for the Israelites and for the foreigners among them. Whoever touches a dead body will be unclean for 7 days. He must wash himself with this water. He must do this on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. Then he will be clean. But if he does not wash himself on the 3rd day and the 7th day, he cannot be clean. Whoever touches a dead body is unclean. If he stays unclean and goes to the Lord's holy tent, it becomes unclean. So he must be separated from Israel. If the cleansing water is not sprinkled on him, he will stay unclean. This is the teaching about someone who dies in his tent. Anyone in the tent or who enters it will be unclean for 7 days, and every open jar or pot without a cover becomes unclean. If anyone touches someone who was killed by a sword or who died a natural death, he is unclean. If he touches a human bone or a grave, he is unclean. He will be unclean for 7 days. So you must use the ashes from the burnt offering to make that person clean again. Pour fresh water over the ashes into a jar. A clean person must take a hyssop branch and dip it into the water. Then he must sprinkle it over the tent and its objects. And he must sprinkle the people who were there. He must sprinkle anyone who touched the bone or the body of someone who was killed. He must sprinkle anyone who touched a dead person or a grave. Then someone who is clean must sprinkle this water on the unclean person. He must do this on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. On the 7th day, that person becomes clean. He must wash his clothes and take a bath. He will be clean that evening. If anyone who is unclean does not become clean, he must be separated from the community. He was not sprinkled with the cleansing water. He stays unclean. He could make the holy tent unclean. This is a lasting rule. Whoever sprinkles the cleansing water must also wash his clothes. Anyone who touches the water will be unclean until evening. Anyone the unclean person touches becomes unclean, and whoever touches him will be unclean until evening. Numbers chapter 20, water from the rock. In the 1st month, all the people of Israel arrived at the desert of Zin. They stayed at Kadesh. There, Miriam died and was buried. There was no water for the people, so they came together against Moses and Aaron. They argued with Moses. They said, "We should have died." Hello, this is Sharon. Hello, this is Sharon. I'm a resident, and this is a new phone number. I get that a lot. This is a residence and not a store. Oh, you're fine. You have a good night. Bye-bye. Excuse me, where was I? In the first month, all the people of Israel arrived at the desert of Zin. They stayed at Kadesh. There, Miriam died and was buried. There was no water for the people. So they came together against Moses and Aaron. They argued with Moses. They said, "We should have died in front of the Lord as our brothers did. Why did you bring the Lord's people into this desert? Are we and our animals to die here? Why did you bring us from Egypt to this terrible place? It has no grain, figs, or pomegranates, and there's no water to drink." So Moses and Aaron left the people. Then they went to the entrance of the meeting tent. They bowed face down, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them. The Lord said to Moses, "You and your brother Aaron should gather the people. Also, take your walking stick, speak to that rock in front of them. Then water will flow from it. Give that water to the people and their animals." So Moses took the stick from in front of the Lord. He did as the Lord had said. He and Aaron gathered the people in front of the rock. Then Moses said, "Now listen to me, you complainers. Do you want us to bring water out of this rock?" Then Moses lifted his hand and hit the rock twice with his stick. Water began pouring out, and the people and their animals drank it. But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "You did not believe me. You did not honor me as holy before the people, so you will not lead them into the land, and I will give them." These are the waters of Meribah. Here the Israelites argued with the Lord, and the Lord showed them he was holy. Edom will not let Israel pass. Numbers chapter 20, verse 14. From Kadesh, Moses sent messengers to the king of Edom. He said, "Your brothers, the Israelites, say to you, you know about all the troubles we have had. Our ancestors went down into Egypt, and we lived there for many years. The people of Egypt were cruel to our ancestors, but we cried out to the Lord. He heard us and sent us an angel to bring us out of Egypt. Now we are here at Kadesh, a town on the edge of your land. Please let us pass through your country. We will not touch any fields of grain or vineyards. We will not drink water from the wells. We will travel only along the king's road. We will not turn right nor left until we have passed through your country." But the king of Edom answered, "You may not pass through here. If you try, I will come and meet you with swords." The Israelites answered, "We will go along the main road. If our animals drink any of your water, we will pay for it. We only want to walk through, that's all." But he answered, "You may not pass through here." Then the Edomites went out to meet the Israelites with a large and powerful army. The Edomites refused to let them pass through their country, so the Israelites turned back. Aaron dies. Numbers chapter 20, verse 22. All the Israelites moved from Kadesh to Mount Hor. It was near the border of Edom. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Aaron will die. He will not enter the land that I'm giving to the Israelites. This is because you both acted against my command at the waters of Meribah. Take Aaron and his son Eleazar up on Mount Hor. Take off Aaron's special clothes and put them on his son Eleazar. Aaron will die there. He will join his ancestors." Moses obeyed the Lord's command. They climbed up Mount Hor. All the people saw them go. Moses took off Aaron's clothes. He put them on Aaron's son Eleazar. Then Aaron died there on top of the mountain, and Moses and Eleazar came back down the mountain. Then all the people learned that Aaron was dead. So everyone in Israel cried for 30 days. I get lifted what? I get lifted, yeah? Okay, guys, we're going to do it. We're going to read the Bible. And again, 10,000 citizens invest $1,000 on our public market date. No voodoo, no scams. You'll never see S. Marie with a cash app because S. Marie wants $1 billion and we can do it. I need 9,999 cherries with me that are down to do any blessed thing for the queen, for the cream, and you know what I mean? Where's my son gave me a, did you take my gift that you gave me? You take, my hat was sitting right here. Oh my gosh. I done took, okay, see? So, okay. my son said you're feeling down, want to lift your spirits, get you a cat. And I don't mean to exploit my son at all. We all go through things and, and we all handle as best we can. And some do better than others. But I just put my fit on to say happy first of the month. And the star of the show is the word. And watch him do it. Because won't he do it? I know he will.